Welcome to Katie Adventure. Today I'm going to show you how to make crawfish whole shabang style, which is garlic butter flavor from the well-known restaurant called Boiling Crab. It's very popular restaurant and very popular sauce, whole shabang sauce. So I'm gonna share the recipe with you. So in order to make this recipe, you will need these following ingredients. First is Old Bay seasoning and the Crawfish Boil hot oil, Cajun seasoning. You can use any other brand, lemon pepper and cayenne pepper, and this is paprika. And crab boil bag, and I'm using this brand. I'm showing you how it looks like. Here, what it looks like inside. So it looks like some kind of seeds and spices in there. With this bag, it's give you really good flavor. And I'm using Zatarain's brand. We also need the crawfish boil, the powder mix, which they have salt and all the spices in there. We only need half, which is 225 gram crawfish boil mix. The bag I'm using is 1 pound, but we only need half pound. And I converted for you that half pound is 225 grams. We also need the orange pineapple juice, which is, you can substitute it with fresh orange, like squeeze a fresh orange if you have fresh orange, or you have a can of pineapple juice, then that would be great. And here is 1 lemon. I use 1 pound of mini potatoes. I call it mini because it's small size. I also use 8 corn on the cobs, which is 1 bag. It have 8 mini ears in it, and sausage link. You can use any brand that you like for the sausage. I'm using 1 pound of butter, and this one I'm using is unsalted butter. Also, I use 3 garlic cloves and crushed garlic cloves. It's almost close to 1 cup, but it's not a full cup. If you want more, you can always add more if you like, but remember, if you add more garlic, remember to put more butter. So we're cooking 6 pounds crawfish today. When you buy the crawfish, remember to wash it clear thoroughly until the water is clear, because the crawfish, they live in mud. And here are 5 spices we need to use for the sauce, the garlic butter sauce, which is 5 ingredients I'm showing you now. I repeat it over again. It's Old Bay, Cajun seasoning, lemon pepper, cayenne pepper, and paprika. So these 5 ingredients, you see small dishes right here, it's those 5 ingredients. Each ingredient, put in 2 tablespoons. Here is the 16 quarts of the pot I'm using. I only fill 1/3 water of the pot. I add 1 clove of garlic, or you can have 2 or 3, it's up to you. Depends on your preference. So I add 1 and 1 clove of garlic. I also add the onions. You can chop it up, or you can put a whole one in. I put 1 pound of red mini potato, and squeeze 1 lemon juice in, but remember to keep the shell, the lemon, to use it for later. Do not put the corn right now because we're gonna cook it later, okay? Now we put the sausage in. I'm using this brand, Kirtland. I love this kind of sausage link because it's juicy and it's not salty like regular sausage link. And remember to boil all this for 5 minutes. It's like to cook the sausage and the red potato before you add the crawfish. Now add half pound of the butter. And you're gonna add, if you like spicy, you can add more hot oil. But here I use just like 1/3 bottle of hot oil. So now I'm gonna add the crawfish powder. The crawfish powder earlier I mentioned just half of it, which means 225 grams. And half bottle of the orange pineapple juice. Squeeze the lemon in, but do not throw away the shell, the lemon shell. Keep it for later. Add crab boil 1 bag. This is the brand I'm using. I just want to show it again. And look at the bottle, the hot oil bottle. I only use 1/3 of it. This hot oil bottle is spicy. So if you can handle spiciness, you can add more. But it's very spicy. I just want to warn you. So while waiting for it to boil 5 minutes, I'm going to prepare the garlic butter sauce. So heat up the pan and put the other half of butter, which is half pound of butter, melted, and then add the garlic, the crushed garlic. I promise you this sauce is going to be really good and you will be surprised. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Share with your friends and family. See, so now I melt the butter and then I'm going to add the garlic, the crushed garlic. And when you add the garlic, remember the medium heat I'm using is medium heat, which is if you have the level from 1 to 9, turn the knob, the heat knob to about number 4. And then saute it for 5 minutes. Or level 3, it depends on how high. Do not boil it, just like simmer. So you heat it for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you add all the 5 spices I mentioned earlier and cook for another 5 minutes. So total, you only need 10 minutes. So now after 5 minutes, add all the spices in here, the 5 ingredients: Old Bay, Cajun seasoning, lemon pepper, paprika, and cayenne pepper. And last but not least, add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Then, of course, taste it. Remember, it's not supposed to be salty. If you think it's salty because maybe you measure a little bit too much, because remember in these ingredients they have salt in there. So if you think it's a little bit too salty, adjust it to your liking, like add more sugar, but not too sweet. It smells so good. And do not heat it too, like do not boil it, just simmer it. Simmering, okay? This is 1 tablespoon of sugar I'm talking about. And heat the level, low heat at level 1. Simmer low heat for 5 minutes. And that's it. Remove from the heat. Then you have the whole Shabang sauce right there. It's so good, right? Ta-da! So here's the yummy garlic butter sauce. You see how easy it is? It's so good, guys. You can tell how good it is when you see me eating crawfish and peeling crawfish at the end. I'm going to share how to peel the crawfish as well. So now back to the crawfish. After boil it for 5 minutes, I add the crawfish in. Of course, you can test the potato, because sometimes maybe your size of potato is bigger than mine. So make sure it's cooked by this time. Now I add the crawfish in. And then I boil it for 5 minutes. But at this time, after I add the crawfish in, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon or 1 soup spoon. You can tell the soup spoon, which means like you use the spoon to eat soup. So it's a little bit bigger than tablespoon. So if you don't have a big spoon, you can use the tablespoon, overfill the tablespoon of salt. If you like more spicy, you can always add more the hot oil Or you can use this mixed seasoning. Instead of the salt, you can use that mixed seasoning. But because that seasoning is spicy, I want to use salt. Remember, after I put the salt in, I let it boil for 5 minutes. Then I turn it off. I turn the heat off. Then at that time, I put the corn in. See, now after 5 minutes, I turn off the heat, add the corn in. Do you know why? If you put the corn too early, you will see the corn kind of shrinkle and it doesn't look nice. And remember to add the lemon shell. I asked you to keep it earlier. Put it on the side after you squeeze it. Yeah, now time to put it in there. You see the corn, when I put it in this time, it's going to cook really good. But if you put too early, it's going to be overcooked and the corn won't look good anymore. Okay, so pay attention to the corn. I can show you why it looks good and why we put it at this time instead of earlier. Okay, so now we soak it. We turn off the heat already, right? We cover and soak it for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, it's done. You see the corn? It looks so good, right? So I take out all the crawfish and add the garlic butter sauce. And then mix it up, shake it up. So simple and easy, right? In California, at the restaurant, Southern California, they sell it for $15 a pound. And live crawfish is $5.99 a pound, depends where you go. So I prefer to make it at home. Yum, yum. Time to eat. Are you hungry? I am. It's so good. So you keep adding more crawfish and adding more sauce if you like. Ta-da! Here's my crawfish boil, guys. It looks so good, right? You see how it looks so good and it tastes really good, not too spicy. Because if you want spicy, you can always add more. And it's good with beer or sodas. I love to drink soda when I eat crawfish. So here's another secret recipe for mayo crawfish sauce. I add 2 tablespoons or 2 soup spoon mayonnaise, 1 teaspoon crawfish powder, the mixed one, and 2 teaspoon lemon juice. Mix it up, that's it. And it's so tasty, like you can eat a whole bowl of that sauce because it's so good. And it's pair really well with crawfish and sausage. I also like to dip crawfish with the garlic butter sauce. And here's the corn. Okay, so here's the secret. Have you ever seen a whole cloves boil like this? It's really tender right now. So authentic Louisiana style, they will take out the garlic and they spread it on the corn. I'm not sure if you ever try it, but if you have a chance to cook to make this, please follow this recipe. You will love the garlic. You can eat the garlic by itself, or you can spread on the corn. I learned this way from a friend's family from Louisiana. They make it. That's how I learned it from. It's so good. And from then, I always cook my crawfish with corn like this, and I like to eat it by itself like this as well. It's really good. Of course, you cannot find this at the restaurant. Nobody's gonna make this and sell at the restaurant. Or maybe I never been to a restaurant they sell like cooked corn like this with the garlic. You wanna try it? The corn is so sweet and so delicious with the whole cooked garlic spread. And the sausage, look at the sausage. So now I'm gonna try the crawfish and I'll let you know how it tastes. I love to eat the head, especially with the eggs. It's really good. Okay, use your right hand, peel off the first ring. Use the left hand to pinch the tail and remove the vein, the black vein, and dip with the sauce. So it's like very simple, right? But if you cook, this one is I soak for 15 minutes. But if sometimes you cannot remove the crawfish and the crawfish still stuck in the shell, it's telling you that you don't soak it long enough. Let's dip with the sauce. So do you know how to peel the crawfish now? Easy way. So if you know that if you cannot pull it out and the meat still stuck, which means it's not soaked well enough. So let's wrap up boiled potato with the spices, and then with potato sausage, garlic, onions, and seasoning. Then you boil it 5 minutes. You add crawfish in, boil for 5 minutes. Turn off the heat. Add the corn and lemon shell and add 1 soup spoon salt. Cover and soak for 15 minutes. Ta-da! And you're done. Look at the sausage. It's so juicy and tasty. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate for your support. And if you have any question, please do not hesitate to contact me. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Share with your friends and family. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. See you next time.